Alright, hello and welcome. This is Mistydolphin, back more date everything. So, a new update has been released, and well, I finally figured out how to fix everything, but we'll see. It fits a few, and the update fits a few things, but not everything, but I'll do what I can. But we're here to finally finish this, so let's get to it.
Oh, hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful! Anything else I can help you with while you're here? You're not going to tell Celia, are you? I'd be absolutely mortified. Oh, Lord, no! I'd have to be cuckoo, but first things first, she's my boss. This is a public office, for heaven's sake. I couldn't cause that kind of scandal. It'd ruin her. And second thing second, I'm nervous. Really? Oh, no, dear. That's asking far too much. I can't imagine she'd ever think of me as anything other than her fuddy-duddy little secretary, anyhow. You're right! So what if the last few bottles haven't been working out so far? That just means I've got to use more of it! Oh, well... Stella provided me a few samples. You know Stella, the staircase? The first batch didn't seem like enough, so I've been ordering them online. So soon? All right. You think I should look into getting more activated air? All right, whatever you say.
A pyramid scheme? Well, that explains it. What are they selling? Oh, no. I've heard of Airway. Despicable company. The telephone pole told me just the other day that their products have infected the whole neighborhood just a few houses over. Well, if they think they're going to squeeze another red cent out of my Florence, they've got another thing coming. Florence never leaves the premises, which means the salesperson is coming from inside the house. Do you have any idea who might be peddling that snake oil? Stella, shingles above. What's this house coming to? Well, it seems you've done your homework. You're quite the little bloodhound. Tell you what, why don't you and I pay Stella a visit together? We'll get this issue resolved.
You're back. I guess at some point I should stop being surprised. Come, Eddie. Leave the greetings to the professionals. It's fine by me. You handle it. Joining us for the show. It's wonderful to see you here. Wow. Damn, that was unexpected. You sure? Realization. How thrilling. I don't really know what to say. Say nothing. Just let it happen.
Okay, guys. Time to charge you up.
The spectral energy flows through your data. There's a flash of light and a crackle of electricity that makes your skin tingle. And then...
My. Now, isn't this something? So many new sensations. It's all rather electrifying. Don't. I already hate myself for even saying it. Oh yes, you can clearly tell by the way you're smiling. Realization must have scrambled my circuits, or whatever it is humans have in place of circuits. Whatever, shut up. Look at him, practically vibrating with excitement. You've given us such a gift, Livewire. Thank you.
It takes some time for Eddie and Volt to find their place in the human world. They try their hand at several jobs, but nothing seems to fulfill both of their needs. Construction work leaves Volt bored and understimulated. But working as an MC in a cabaret show drives Eddie to frequent exasperated outbursts and longing for isolation. The two of them wondered over what they might do, determined to find a path in their new lives that reflected the perfect balance they had with one another. It wasn't until they came upon a dilapidated old diner for sale that they were struck by a solution, as shocking and intense as a thunderbolt. Between the endless list of necessary repairs and the uphill struggle to turn a profit at restaurants in this day and age, no buyers were willing to take on such a project. But Eddie and Volt could see its potential immediately. They bought it on the spot. The repairs filled Eddie's days and his soul, while Volt took care of staffing and marketing for their grand opening, which was, naturally, a roaring success. But looking around at all their hard work, neither could help but feel disappointed. As it turned out, the fantasy of running a diner was far more exciting than the reality of it. What they both truly craved was the challenge of getting it started in the first place. It was then that Volt had his own brilliant idea: sell the place and find the next big adventure. Volt's charisma and passion made him a natural realtor. The diner sold in one day, well over asking price, giving them plenty of cash to invest in another property Eddie had his eye on. Finally, they knew they'd found their place. High Voltage Realty was born about a week later. Eddie restored old and unloved properties, and Volt sold them with his inimitable flair and pizzazz. Whenever they get a new listing, Eddie and Volt invite you over. You were so indispensable with the breaker box, after all. Your opinion continues to mean the world to them both.
Well, I won't be able to complete everything, but I'll at least be able to do what I can.
Oh, I do have to.
Though, of course, you deserved it with all that sigh. So it goes. Huh, say la vie.
Is that... are you using a game mechanic
To undo my own game mechanic?
That's
Brilliant! I think.
Wait, I can even...
Yes, okay. You can still use your candy elsewhere. We can be friends now. I just respect that move so much, I'm not even going to make you use your candy. Hooray! You've won my undying friendship.
What the fuck do you want? I know you're not dumb enough to think I'm still gonna fuck you after all that. Damn. You do make a really excellent point. All right. You hurt me, but I'm nothing if not generous. With benefits, if you like. But yes, we're good. Come see me anytime, darling.
Miss Mayer is waiting for you at the stairs. Please hurry over.
Celia's grand presence announces her before she even speaks to you. She greets you with a regal nod.
Good. You're here. Let's get this done. Stella!
Unfortunately, this is gonna make Stella hate us, but it's the best we can do right now.
I'm here to put an end to this airway nonsense.
What? After all we've done together? She will rise again. You'll see.
Sorry, Aunt May.
You'll all see.
As of today, a moratorium on all airway products will be imposed throughout the household. I believe we're done here.
Not right now. Not right now.
I once thought that I could trust you, but I must be kissed if you want this liaison. A large, long, languorous kiss. Fire.
I finally have a...
Even though you are a cheater.
Fate has given me such gifts. Oh, yes! That's what...
You play to your...
No. You gotta turn right around and walk the other way. Lose. Just beat it, Dick.
Oh, that was a smooch to be desired. Yes, but there was a little something missing from that. I felt fond. Oh, yes, certainly. But unloved. My needs are met. Do try again, won't you? And mean it this time. You sound like me.
You gotta turn right around and walk the other... Just beat it, Dick.
Always good to see you, darling. Looking to waste a little... Yeah, hope you...
Thankfully...
You're always such a good time.
Indeed. Going to what? Listen here. I appreciate all your work resolving this matter and everything you do around the house, but this is entirely out of line. You can't just go rooting around in the personal affairs of others. My personal feelings towards Florence are none of your business. Or anyone else's, for that matter. I don't see why I should have to explain myself to you. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter if everything you're insinuating is true. I'm the mayor. I'm a ceiling of station. I can't just go traipsing around with my secretary, no matter how kindly she is. Or how sweet, no matter how much I may want to.
Florence enters, barely able to look Celia in the eye.
Celia?
Florence, dearest, how long have you been standing there? What? You can't go over my head. I'm the ceiling.
There is a way to get them together without having to get a hate ending with Stella, but I wasn't able to do it this run.
Quiet.
Miss Mayor, Celia, is it true?
I'm sorry. This must be so embarrassing for you.
If anyone's really interested,
This-
I may try to do an all-love ending run, but we'll see.
Unprofessional, that's what it is. If you would do me a favor and fetch me the official resignation papers?
No! Miss Mayor, you can't quit! You're wonderful! Wonderful! All this running around you've been doing for the last few days, I had no idea it was for me. I must cause you no end of trouble.
No.
But then I'd also have to do an all-friend ending and also an
Dearest,
all-hate ending, but that
you know what
would
my
take a long
favorite part of
time.
This job is every day. When I look down at all of the objects in this house, I feel so lucky. Because from this angle, I always get to see you. The deep brown of your hardwood, softly reflecting everybody's best features. Your gentle carpet, alleviating the tension and hiding all those little crumbs. You're a dear, Florence. My dearest. Everyone thinks I'm the one in charge, but the truth is, you're the foundation of this house. I wouldn't be anything without you.
Oh, Celia, I felt the same way about you for so long. But never in my wildest dreams did I think you'd ever...
Tears slip down Florence's cheeks. Celia reaches out to dab at them with gentle hands.
Oh, come now, dearest. You mustn't cry. You'll get water damage. Well now, what are we going to do about this? It simply won't do to have an elected official noodling about with one of her employees.
Well, you are the mayor, but technically, bureaucratically speaking, I mean, the human does outrank you. They could maybe write up some sort of document that makes this okay?
Well, there's an idea. What do you say? Shingles above! Just when I thought you couldn't get any more audacious.
I wouldn't mind. I think you're wonderful. If you plant your feet on me and stretch your arms up as high as you can, we can all hold hands at once.
Well, if Florence is all right with it, then I suppose I have no objections. Although it may take some time for me to get used to having two dearests.
Unfortunately, Mitchell is still bugged.
Oh, you. My latest review is as follows. You suck. Oh, perhaps... Goodbye.
I can't realize him because, well, I already used a candy and, well, he's still acting like he hates me. Oh, I forgot about Bev.
That is not what I was expecting. I believe what I asked for was something along the lines of a... Please, a candelabra can only wait for so long. Why are you looking at me like that? Nobody ever takes me serious. I mean, how could you? What would I possibly have to hide beneath my wings? I cannot tell you my secret. Perhaps one day, if you show me enough affection, Dear me. I suppose it'll have to do. I do try to distract with my silly displays. You saw right through it. You know me. Truly. Do you love me? And we are in love. No scandal at all.
Oh. You... Oh, God, I am so embarrassed. You really saw me at my worst. I didn't think you'd want to see me after the mess I was in last time. I'm so sorry you had to see that. What? Why? Look, I'm fine. There's no problem. I just drink for fun. It's not like I'm secretly trying to cope with my crippling fears and anxieties or anything. I mean, I don't know. I'm stressed. And when I'm sober, all I do is think about all the things I'm stressed about more. I just... Look, can we talk about this later? I just wish I had been a better host for you. I'm sorry. I don't quite follow. Of course I'm careful. I didn't spill anything or drop any glasses or get sick outside the toilet. I'm surprisingly coordinated when I'm wasted. Years of practice pays off. So, why did you come back? Really? You care that much about little old me? Well, I need to get a hangover cure. Do you want something while I'm at the bar? Excellent! Always happy to serve customers that don't want to get drunk. They usually don't yell and hit on me as much. They also sometimes don't tip as much, though. Anyway, which mocktail would you like? Oh, those are just delicious. So, coming right up. Glad you like it. I'll let you know when my brain and I are in speaking terms again. Why do I do this? I mean, I know why, but... Oh, why? You really think I'm those things? 'Cause I think you're all those things too. Not to mention, you've done so much for me. You literally made my dream a reality. No one has ever cared so much about me before. You really touched my little glass heart. Huh. Wow, I must still be drunk. My face is all flushed. Oh. Well, you must have a higher tolerance than I do. I just really appreciate our friendship. Because you're a good friend. Come by anytime.
You're either going up or coming down. Just don't stick...
You pass on by.
Even fate has given me such... Oh, yes!
You play...
I love playing with myself.
You better turn right around and walk the other... Just beat it, dickhead.
Oh, darling lover, you return to me, my lovely lady. Would you like me to be astonished at the scandal you raise in this housedom? having one furnished business of my own to take care of. A lady extinguished.
It's still can't figure out what I'm supposed to do to freaking realize him, because he won't tell me what I need to freaking do to finish his unfinished business. I mean, I'm just gonna realize who I can and freaking finish this game.
I'll fix us some tea.
Realization. Are you sure who would take care of our responsibilities if we were to snap our fingers and run around as humans, all willy-nilly?
I think it would be fun. As long as it's both of us.
Madams, your populace awaits.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely the floor and ceiling becomes...
Here you are.
Before remarking on becoming a human, it seems that there's business to be done. Celia hands over a gigantic stack of papers.
Now, according to the bylaws of the line of succession to the house, the duties of mayor fall to you by default.
It's all right. You'll do great.
Just don't forget, shake hands, listen well, always wear a winning smile, and you're likely to win the special election when it comes time.
Celia always did tend to forget the last one.
Well, this mess outside isn't going to fix itself.
Ready to go?
Time permits.
Always.
The two of them work together so well in play, as well as work. Florence is as cuddly as expected, but you find Celia is also surprisingly affectionate, whenever appropriate. Eventually, all three of you wind up collapsed on the bed together. Florence seems so excited to finally be able to talk about how good at kissing the mayor is, and how lovely it feels to work her own way up and down her neck. Much of your time together is spent in quiet repose, simply enjoying the silence. There is something truly lovely about being just content, being alone together. But even the afterglow must come to an end sometime. Celia dusts her hands and excuses herself and Florence from your home.
It's been lovely being your mayor, but it simply isn't right for a woman of means to live on another person's dime.
She and Celia get a surprisingly luxurious apartment together. You never did figure out how they could afford it. Soon enough, Celia throws herself back into local politics. First it's the neighborhood watch, then the local school board, then a small government position a few towns over. It's never a surprise to see your previous ceiling running for the primary. She always holds the most wonderful parties on election night, and she never fails to answer you any time you reach out, especially with the help of her lovely assistant. She and Florence as a team complement each other perfectly.
Are you ready for real this time?
Phoenicia, life's ringing and it's for you.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely a cell phone becomes...
Hey! Ooh, I look great! Ooh, did you get a pic when I got all transformed? Gotta post it. Oh, you're right, you're right. It's just a reflex, and one that I don't need to follow anymore.
Phoenicia attempts to log into Facebook.
Damn. Thought so. I can't even access my account since humans can't use Facebook, which means I'd have to build myself back up from nothing, which is really a blessing, because now I don't have to care.
Phoenicia throws her hands up in joy.
Woo! Wow! What a relief! Oh, I've got a few ideas.
As an influencer, Phoenicia knew all the right ways to do everything, having made all the tips and tricks videos herself. But with her eyes off the feed, she is able to feel everything a lot more than she expected, reacting in real time to the dance you two were doing. Quickly, she improvises, moving with you, moving against you, trying out new things, failing at some, and laughing all the while. Her radiant smile beamed even brighter as she experienced her first real-life like. Phoenicia left the house looking for anything without a screen, and quickly found her hidden talent and passion for painting. She took courses in technique and design and made many a fine canvas. But simply painting one subject at a time to have her work fill the gallery for snobby people, Phoenicia didn't feel like she was having much of an impact.
It's like art for art's sake. Not my style. I want to help as many people as I can with these pastels.
That's when it appeared. The largest canvas she had ever seen, the side of a 20-story building downtown. She set to work on it. No permits, just her infectious smile and the confidence of a great painter. When she was finished, her art was an inspiration to hundreds of passers-by every day. And all without the use of a screen, followers, or trackers. It had the most likes of anything she had ever made on Facebook.
I finally have a real friend.
Even though you are a cheater.
Fate has given me such gifts. Holy frijoles! I get to be a real boy? Ah, phooey. Just kidding. I love men. Do you have the right stats?
Parker, now it's your turn.
The spectral energy flows through you. Parker spreads his arms wide, flexing his hands into fists and then pinching his fingers. He seems to be miming moving board game tokens on an imaginary board.
Wow! I can do anything now! Is that a dare? You're on! I'm gonna become an umpire! Bye!
Parker's thirst for rules is no less powerful as a human man. He tries all manner of board games, but none of them give him the rules-enforcing high he craves.
Rules. Need more rules.
But one day, wandering past a children's baseball game at the park, he hears the call of the umpire, and everything clicks.
Rules.
He sees the way the children and their parents hang on the umpire's every word, devastated or overjoyed by his calls.
Rules!
And so Parker became an umpire, taking great delight in settling disputes and emphasizing the rules with every game.
Play ball! You're out! He's safe! Hey, if you have a problem with it, tell your son to play better, Sharon!
Parker's glee in enforcing the rules makes him a difficult fit for Little League, but none of the parents want him fired, because no one could ever credibly accuse him of making a bad call.
Hey, welcome back. I can serve drinks to real people? Not that there's anything wrong with my customers here, but there's a lot more people out there than things in here. You sure you can do it?
Cheers to you, Bev.
The spectral energy flows through your...
Whoa. This used to be me? All those little bottles and stuff? That looked good.
Beverly takes a swig.
Oh, I burn. I burn. Oh, that does not go down smooth. Whew. Maybe my drinking days are behind me, but my entrepreneurial days are just beginning.
Beverly got her start at a local bar as a barback to learn what the human drinking scene was like. But with her supreme knowledge of beverages and bubbling personality, she was quickly promoted to head bartender. By saving up some cash, she purchased a foreclosed property that she put her blood, sweat, and vodka into.
I'll call it, the Tipsy Tumbler.
To no one's surprise, the Tipsy Tumbler became a local favorite, packing the pub with crowds every night. It attracts the attention of franchisers, but offers to expand are all declined. Because each evening, Beverly's bar is full of smiling faces and friends everywhere. What more could she want?
Only one more we can realize, then we can finally realize Skylar and finish this game.
Worked. He wants to reconcile. And none of it ever would have been possible without you. Even though you've been a real pain in my ass, I still couldn't have done this alone. So thank you. Thank you. I'm sure you did. Objects can be very interesting to speak with, I've found. My heart is set on David alone. But there was Quentin, of course. Oh, Quentin, the quaternary diode array liquid chromatography system? You probably haven't met him. That said, there shouldn't be any issues with going outside your house now. David and I might even stop by the old homestead to see you. I think so too. But I won't stop you from continuing to have fun in there. Come on out when you're ready, partner.
Valdivinites, David Most here, but you can call me Dave. Having carefully considered my options, I've decided to step down from my role as CEO of Valdivian, a role I've cherished more than anything in the world. And as my final action as your chief executive, I have dissolved the partnership between our company and the Department of Overseas Violence. And apparently all the surveillance records mysteriously vanished from our servers, along with the location of the missing glasses. Looks like that pesky hacker struck again. After reading Franklin's email, I had a realization. It's absolutely true that someone has been stubbornly destroying the lives of everyone he cares about. But that someone isn't our blameless teammate who stole the prototype. I know that with new leadership, this great company will have the opportunity to flourish again. And as a fan and stockholder, I'm excited to see what happens next. And to Franklin, I know you may never forgive me, but if you'd ever give me the opportunity to try, meet me at the rental where our journey first began. I'll be there waiting. Dave.
Always good to see you, darling. Looking to waste a little time? Really? A human body for me? There's so much I could do with an actual body.
Benoit, let's activate all your pleasure centers.
The spectral energy flows through your...
Oh my god. A racing heart, fluttering lashes and flushed cheeks. Hot, heaving breaths passing my soft, kissable lips. Is this what it is to be human?
Benoit trails their hands down their body, sighing blissfully.
I thought I knew pleasure before, but this... Oh, this body has so much sensation. Nerve endings all over this gorgeous body just waiting to be activated.
Benoit sets off into the world fully intent on pushing their human body to its absolute limit. And they are successful in a sense. But when an orgy gone wrong lands them in a hospital in Germany...
Maybe that bungee cord should have been a little tighter.
I don't even want to know.
No, I should have just worn a helmet. And maybe a touch more lube.
Their recovery gives them plenty of time to think.
Just how many humans out there are having unsafe sex? One shudders to think, how did they get this far without me?
As soon as their shattered pelvis and splintered legs heal, Benoit embarks on a global journey to advocate for safe, unsafe sex.
Before you leap from that rooftop onto your waiting partner, always check your safety gear. Ready to set your dick on fire? Make sure you've got a partner with a fire extinguisher close by. Benoit says, unsafe sex doesn't have to be dangerous.
Benoit's charming personality and invaluable advice sees them grow into a global icon of sexual safety. Posters with their smiling face and bullet points are posted by and in club bathrooms all over the world.
5 realized datables? This is like actually wild to keep in my noggin. I'll say this. You can keep going for completion's sake, but at this point, if you want to leave the house now, you're gonna get a great resolution.
To the end game!
Oh, darling lover, you return to me. My lovely lady, would you like me to be astonished at the leaving unfurnished business of my own to take care of?
I mean, yes, he has to freaking be realized last, but I can't realize him last because, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Mitchell. Anyway, let's finish this.
Hey, interrupting our regularly scheduled flow for just a little tip. Since you've progressed so far, you might want to check out some extra features if you're looking to make it all the way to the end. Check it out under the utility. Don't want to add tedium to your nice little date. Okay. Well, hey, I have an answer for a question you might have. Why is it that the objects appear as human forms? Because they are objects. They can very well appear as cats or dogs or grasshoppers. Aw, I'm so glad. We're on the same bandwidth and everything. Cool. So it's because these particular deviators were built to fit on a human face. As they coalesce the anima in the objects, they will always appear as human. If I was a dog version of the deviators, then when pooches would see through me, they would see all the datables as canines. Is that cool or weird? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm cool. I'm so cool. Menu time. Welcome. What can I do for you in my main menu? Did you realize everyone? Are your specs enough? Sorry, but without realizing everyone else, otherwise, it's basically game over. Oh, all right. Well, this time, let's do it right.
The spectral energy flows through and around your deviators, and what was once the deviators themselves becomes... Skylar is transformed, realized, but she's not as excited as you might have imagined. She looks down at herself, and then back at you.
Whoa. I am feeling mixed about this. On the one hand, alive and human, so yay. But on the other...
Skylar grasps her own glasses in her hands.
I'm useless now. No, I don't think so. I'm not an inventor. I'm just good at making connections. We'll have to see how it goes on the outside. Before I go, let me just stick one last portrait on the bulletin board.
Why isn't it letting me leave?
There's nothing left to do. Though it can be nice to stand in a quiet, lonely place for a time. Do you stay and stand more? Or do you leave?
Oh, for love of... Did it bug out or something?
There's nothing left, though it can be nice. Do you stay and stand more? Or do you? Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld. There he is, billionaire David Most. You've seen so many photos of him, but no photograph has ever accurately captured the experience of standing in his presence. He's short, although he still manages to feel like he's taking up more space than he deserves. But where he's usually looking rather unapproachable in the pictures you've seen of him, today he looks downright cuddly.
You've done it! You brought me and Franklin together.
A tall, thin redhead steps forward, taking David's hand in his. There is a very tired air about him, but he has a smile just like David's now.
It's me. I'm Tinfoil Hat. I look like this. Aren't I cool?
We love each other very much, and we're just so grateful for your help.
I told him. What was the first thing I said?
He said, I made the damn things because I missed you so.
Well, I did miss you so.
I didn't realize how much I missed you.
But now we're together.
So together, and so back in love.
So in love with you, David Most.
I will kiss you now.
Oh, please do.
Climb right in.
Come here, you.
You accept their invitation with enthusiasm, and things rapidly devolve. It's messy, awkward, and oddly sweet. You're not sure how much time has passed in this rich nerd orgy. It seems to stretch on forever somehow, but by the time you're done, the outside world appears the same. Has it been 24 hours? You truly can't tell.
Can we get ice cream?
Oh, we have to tell him about our plans.
Oh, about that.
The second thing I said to David, what was the second thing?
The second thing was that you deserve something special for all your help.
And it was to make you partner.
When I found it was you who had the date theaters, I was astonished by your customer service skill.
It was like he was the customer and you were servicing him the whole time.
There's one thing that Valdivian will always need to stay in business.
Customers!
And we need someone who has the amazing powers of speech, empathy, and all the rest.
The human quality.
Choosing the right thing to say at the right time.
Told you. Will you join us?
As Vice President of Human Experience? Excellent.
We'll have the lawyers do the rest.
Hopefully not eat all the ice cream.
Oh, it looks like you have more visitors. We'll get out of the way.
Bright and early tomorrow, Valdivianite.
Hey!
Years of friendship, ambiguous flirting, and wondering what it would be like to see Sam in person. And now here she is, just casually showing up at your doorstep.
They showed your house on the news, because of all the helicopters and shit, and I guess I just thought if strangers can pop up at your place, I mean, it's less weird if I do it, right?
She's rambling. It's clear she's nervous.
Oh god, it's getting weird. I'll just cut to the chase. I really want to kiss you. Can we do that? Oh, thank God.
You kiss, and it's everything you ever hoped for, and more. Sam's lips are soft, and she tastes like sweet mint.
Oh, wow. Did your little lover objects teach you to kiss like that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
The answer is actually, it was my love for you, Sam, that made my kiss so righteous and hot. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm actually kind of a traditionalist, so let's do this again sometime, but without the helicopters or me inviting myself over. Invite me out for a real date, okay? See you on Discord, cutie.
Your former boss, Tom, is here, the person you wish to see the least, ranking just behind David most and your high school bully. But you can't even think about all that now, because your brain is still trying to process how this dreamy hunk could possibly be your dorky manager.
Hey, champ.
He waves at you in a way that is hopelessly corny, but also manages to show off his bulging pecs. What is going on here?
You did your best, and I love that.
He gets down on one knee, taking your hand in his. It's hard not to notice just how much his massive, strong hand dwarfs yours in this moment.
Will you be my little champ, forever and always? Oh, wow! Tom, you're really moving up in the world!
He rises to his feet, sweeping you up in his arms in a bridal carry.
Love has come for old Tom! I'll be on my way! Look out, world! Here comes Tom and his champ!
And so you leave your home for the first time in what feels like weeks. Though the world can be frightening, your new friends and lovers are there to welcome you with open arms. Valdivian was quietly taken over by Franklin Least. Franklin's tenure at Valdivian sees him as a figurehead for good deeds and great business the world over. It's genuinely incredible how much good Valdivian does for the world, out of David Most's hands. Abel is a regular fixture at the farmer's market, giving his homegrown vegetables away to those in need. You're not entirely sure how he supports himself, but whenever you ask, Abel just tells you, a man's entitled to his secrets. Abel's veggies regularly find their way to your kitchen, hand-delivered by the man himself, with a smile and a warm hug. Erin continued her storied career as an auctioneer, with her uninterrupted chattering bringing the highest prices no matter what was being sold, which also increases the value of your own time together, as she breathlessly recites the reasons she loves you. Amir never stopped attending the award ceremonies, as it always gave him a chance to show off his fabulous gowns. Eventually, a special category, most times nominated without a win, was created, especially for him. Unfortunately, he did manage to lose that as well. Amir's only consolation is the visits he makes to your house. He has never stopped loving you, and being loved by you is better than any award. Because of his propensity to wander the museum, gazing with wistful eye upon the paintings to which he was so intimately connected in his former existence, Art became the unwitting subject of a great photographer. Art's new very favorite thing to do is to bring the photos of which he himself is the subject over to your house. Discussing art with Art, who is the art, well, it's so metis, it's marvelous. Now and again, Arma would invite you for a night at her remote lookout tower to get away from it all and enjoy the peace and quiet. When you visit her, the glint of the medals she's won fighting blazes all across the country can be a little blinding. To Arma, though, the real prize is the safeguarding of her beautiful surroundings, although the noises that the two of you make together during nights spent in the lookout towers can be heard for miles. Eventually, Barry could not bear the tide of demand for his own bespoke line of beauty products. Unfortunately, he remained too candid to satisfy the marketing department. One customer he was able to satisfy was you. He confessed frequently that he designed all of his best products only for your skin type. Bathsheba's reign as Queen of Renaissance Days is so successful she inspires a few copycat chains to open up in town, but each of them fold immediately. Crowds just can't get enough of the Renaissance Days Queen Bathsheba. Beau's physical exuberance soon proved overwhelming for children aged 6 to 10. Fortunately, on one of her long parkour-style runs through the woods around the camp, she discovered what would quickly become her new passion, a natural skills survival camp called Wild Ones. She learned to start a fire, build a shelter, hunt and forage food. She naturally shared all of this with her own young campers. Beau goes on retreats with the Wild Ones at least 3 times a year, and she always makes a point to reserve a spot for you. When you go, she packs her extra-large tent. Benoit's advocacy catapults them into true superstar status, culminating in a merch line that consists of t-shirts, plushes, lube, and naturally, sex toys. Betty's near instinctual ability to help people comfortably and safely find their sexy side soon leads her to Hollywood, where she takes up a second career as an intimacy coordinator. You're excited to see her name in the credits of some high-profile releases, including an award-winning adaptation of a beloved fantasy novel. But even booked and busy, Betty always makes time for you. The Tipsy Tumbler became famous for Bring Your Own Ingredient Nights, where local patrons can bring whatever food and drinks they like to try to stump the master mixologist. Beverly has never failed, and has created a hurricane of new custom cocktails named in her honor. Bobby is Employee of the Month for the 3rd time in a row. They try to rationalize this as them finally being good at crime, but both of you know better. Bobby comes by to see you often, relieved to be away from their adoring public. It's just so hard to be popular, you know? Sometimes it takes them a little while to drop the 20s affectation their work requires, but they deeply appreciate the safety to be themselves with you. Bodie's consulting work has made him a regular fixture on the awards circuit, including the Emmas. He normally makes a splash on the fashion pages for his daring and colourful ensembles. Eventually, Cabrizio decided that the best use of his time and talent was just to stay at the airport. It is the hub, he claimed, the nexus of the perfect decision to come to Italy, and the disastrous decision to leave. The kiosk he erected is called La Casa Nostra, and due to its eccentric and charming proprietor, is now a tourist draw in its own right. You and Cabrizio have organized a system with the Italian government that allows you to visit him as often as you'd like without a visa, if you stay in the airport. Naturally, it is normal for Cabrizio to sneak you out of the airport and into La Bella Roma. You've kissed at almost every major landmark. Cam still dominates the county dump site. He's in line for a promotion, regional refuse regulator, an office job. As they uttered the word office, Cam's skin crawled. He'll most likely stay right where he is. Florence and Celia end up both running for the same position in a local township in a bid to squeeze out the competition. To their surprise, Florence wins the election. Nowadays, Celia is the one running things from behind the scenes. She's having a nice time taking a break from the public eye. Florence is just glad she gets to relax. Florence does still get nervous with public speaking, so she and Celia come to your house regularly for rehearsal sessions. When Florence does well, you and Celia reward her with cuddling, tender smooching, and her favorite kind of mint truffle. Jeremy is currently holding down just one job, for the moment anyway. She found work at a year-round Halloween costume house as a demonstrator. Every day she goes into work to find out what she'll be wearing that day, and even though this is not strictly included in the job description, she creates an in-depth and engaging backstory for every character she portrays. Despite his name, Chance did everything for his community, deliberately and lovingly. He became so well known that his patients urged him to start streaming his play sessions. He's just begun, though he can't imagine that anyone would ever want to watch someone playing G&G. When he develops his campaigns now, Chance routinely drops by to consult with you. He claims he's never had such good or such pleasurable input on his creations. As the sassy chap sulked in the corner of a bar the night of his proposed video game release date, smoking his bubble pipe, the witty insults he threw at the other customers got some big laughs. He can be found at all the glorious salons around Europe, dispensing wit as easily as he spends other people's money. He spends yours just as lovingly. Clarence's newfound fame and fortune leaves him with less and less time for his beloved Batman, Dakimakura. And one day, the pillow simply shows up at your doorstep. Was it the pillow's idea? Clarence's? You're not really certain, but you carefully store it away in Clarence's old closet. Clarence stops by your place when he can, which isn't as often as either of you would like, but he sends you frequent text updates and selfies from his latest celebrity closet. Connie has turned from voice acting into game development. Her current project is under NDA, but sources seem to claim it's The Legend of Sassy 2. In a loving gesture, she's hired you to voice her star character. Rod is currently racking up the nominations and is looking to return to comedy soon. Kurt is currently writing the televised roast of Rod. Everyone expects it to be the announcement of a new joint project. They both deny it, of course, but it is.
Damon is always standing behind you, protecting your every
Daisuke sends you pieces others have made of him. Your home is beginning to fill up with beautiful drawings, photographs, and sculptures. You can't help but smile when you see them, especially the ceramic sculptures. It's almost as if he's home with you once again. Daisuke invites you out to art classes with him frequently. He never improves, and he never manages to make anything beautiful. But the smile he gives you when your eyes meet over your latest creations, it never fails to make your heart flutter. Whenever his wings appear in a bar, the loneliest customers see it as a sign of trust and honor. He also becomes responsible for a marked increase in weddings in your town, as well as over 300 children. All legitimate and well cared for, of course, as he only believes in using his powers for sparking real relations, not just one-night burnouts. Dasha continues to cook far more than she or you could ever possibly consume. She begins to host weekly dinners for those in the community without family or a place to go, and only then does she finally fill the void she's been feeling within. While Dasha has no shortage of mouths to feed these days, it doesn't stop her weekly deliveries of home-cooked food and hugs. She often leaves you love notes in the baskets she brings. Diana's talent for directing cars is legendary. Her zero-accident reputation gets her to the top of the Traffic Stop Top 40 charts. A big-time traffic producer notices and takes her to the big leagues. Air traffic control.
We're gonna be at this a while.
Naturally, with her dapper hat and her perfect balance between rapport and rationality, she shines with iconic grace. Dishy's helpful nature kept him forever working as the most diligent assistant of all time. Thank goodness he never had any lust for power. Rod help us. Dishy is always there to tend to your every need, sexual or otherwise. Precisely 5 minutes before you were even aware, you were about to feel it. The more time you spend with Dolly, the more impressed and inspired you become. One day you realize with a start that you've elected to pursue your own PhD course, with her as your advisor. Her faith in you gives you a powerful confidence. Your thesis is tentatively entitled The Effects of Tantra on Getting a PhD. Happy studying, graduate. Dorian became a doorman. What else did you expect?
Good luck with that, Ben Starr.
He's happy, though. Whenever he sees you walk past, he almost drops his steely expression to give you a smile. Doug's path for entertaining people through the story of the yo-yo was never truly destined for success. But Doug has never cared about success, and somehow his stylings are still available on public access every night. Washford and Drysdale took their brand new duo act on the road and fell absolutely flat. It was a shock to all, but they rallied. They found work together at a landscaping company. Washford boosts Drysdale into the highest trees, and Drysdale does some phenomenal things with leaf and branch. Dunk's kids finally manage to win a game. Dunk sends you his trophy to remind himself to stay humble. It sits in your workout room, a sweet reminder of him and his sincere love of the game. When Dunk comes to visit, as he frequently does, he insists that your athletic lovemaking sessions happen in your workout room. He claims the trophy inspires his creative stamina. Anything for your partner, right? High Voltage Realty filled Eddie's soul, and also his wallet. He's currently planning a vacation to Berlin for himself and Volt. History, fabulous nightlife, great food. But don't tell Volt. It's a surprise. Fantina is currently on tour on major sidewalks around the country, helping give support for good driving habits, matching clothing ensembles, and great smiles. The daily cheers she sends you for anything in your own life, no matter how minor, are always welcome. Faria remains an enthusiastic fixture at your local medical center. She's working her way through the clinical portions of her medical education, and like anyone in that situation, is exhausted and stressed out most of the time. But her attitude remains optimistic and helpful. There's nowhere else she'd rather be. Whenever she can, Faria comes over for extended study sessions at the house. These are usually quite focused, as a great quantity of work must be done. But they almost always end with Faria's sleepy head on your shoulder. Freddy rarely comes down from the mountaintop. He has been the subject of several documentaries, yet never appeared in any of them, in spite of repeated requests. Friar Errol joins a men's choir, and they're actually quite good. They travel around the world performing for massive crowds, full of celebrities and dignitaries. But lest you be too excited that Errol has finally done something for his own enrichment, Errol sends you reports on his progress converting members of the choir to his faith, vowing that he will spread his message by any means necessary. Gaia hasn't stopped traveling since she left the house. She keeps you updated and tags you in every photo on social media. Her profile banner updates with a checkmark on every country, city, and river bottom she's visited. The Hanks convince you to join them on their impossible expedition to base jump off the flat Earth. The six of you pass the fifth gate of the Great Ice Wall, sail past Shangri-La, and stare over the never-ending waterfall at the end of the world.
Ah!
When you finally dive off and freefall through miles of space and land on the moon, you truly can't believe these idiots were right. It turns out to have been an elaborate ruse, though, just to get you on the moon. You turn to them, breathless with wonder, to find all five of them on their knees. They propose that you be the seventh Hank. Officially, dude. Hank 5's dream of becoming a father came true, and Hank 0's first word was indeed, wee. Harper's tattoos gain national attention when she begins offering free wedding band tattoos to couples looking to fully commit. Nothing makes her happier than helping couples show their commitment to each other permanently. Strangely enough, Harper refuses to get a tattoo to commemorate your own relationship, but she does plant a tree in your name at the park. Hector's artistic masks are used both digitally and in the real world. The sense of mystery they evoke brings forth tantalizing magic where there was none before. He is a happy mask salesman in his downtime between grafting. Hector recently dropped by to unveil his latest passion project.
Seriously,
matching masks for the
freaking Majora's
They
reference?
Exquisite.
Or the Ocarina of Time, you know what I mean.
Embrace moved you even more. You get to Thimbledon in time to see Hero complete her first real-world special technique, Starlight Smash Again. The unexpected technique transforms the landscape of tennis forever. Your love inspires her to give her all, her even further beyond, her most ultra. Not long ago, Ron released his latest piece of technological wizardry, his patented clothing press, but travel-sized, so small that it fits inside his very own top hat. Or anyone's top hat, really. It's the perfect size, no matter your chapeau of choice. Jacques regards his budding career with Fantasy Cruise Lines with great sincerity. He has been the most highly reviewed captain in the company for almost 5 years now. TripAdvisor in fact recommends him so highly that his cruises sell out up to 6 months in advance. So far, no paying guests have died. Jean-Nou agrees to help you do your taxes, but after seeing the state of your finances, he no longer returns your calls. He still loves you.
Poor Robbie
Really
Damon.
expect the toilet man to be your husband in the end? Kids come from miles around to see Jerry's intricate model train sets. They're free to peruse his miniatures and control the RC train cars, but heaven help them if Jerry spots them moving any of the pieces around. But you, oh love of dear Jerry's life, you can move any damned piece you want. Johnny made a splash as the premier wedding officiant in all of Vegas. His impression was so uncanny that many attendees felt transported to the 1950s. He still finds time to look for Duke, who just never seems to show up these days. Probably off gambling, Johnny supposes. His dreams of hitting the big time are right around the corner. You whisper in his ear each night. Rock and roll will never die. Key's epic concerts and workshops have revitalized the piano business, bringing back the industries of piano movers, piano tuners, and page turners. Her content has millions of followers, though she is yet to find out how much popularity she has, since she hasn't been able to tear herself away from the keys for more than a few moments each day. And those few moments are always spent with you, talking about music and making plans for more. Keith's body was never found. Koa's Comfort Warehouse becomes a massive success after an ad of Koa snoring on a couch for 30 seconds goes viral. Koa refuses to let fame go to his head, however, and despite the increased demand, prices remain as affordable as ever. Despite an entire warehouse of comfortable places to sleep, Koa's favorite snooze spot is still in your arms. While her coffee shop runs smoothly, Kopi finds herself having to battle numerous lawsuits about the use of their business name. Kopi decides to change course and change the name to something totally different. Dunkin' Donuts.
Ha!
You try to tell Kopi that you'll happily help her name her business. It doesn't seem to be her strong suit. She's just so flattered by your interest that she blushes and hugs you harder. You suppose that's all right, too. Christoph yearned for greater challenges than he'd been able to find on the entire surface of the Earth, so he went within. After learning that the gravitational constant increases dramatically at the boundary of the Earth's core and its mantle, Christoph determined that he would go there. He would be the first human to survive and work out in that environment, all because of his beautifully engineered intra-Earth submersible. But intra-Earth or not, Christoph knew that no environment could possibly be hotter than Christoph himself.
You be you, dime store Chris Hemsworth.
On his most recent visit to the house, he claimed that since you survived him, you were more than qualified to come with him on his trip. He offered you are still considering. Memoria's company Memorandum continues to satisfy and unsettle. Her clientele frequently report feeling much more in touch with their dark sides, even as their homes are literally lightening up. Occasionally, a client will ask for something just a bit more personal. You can always count on hearing from her under these circumstances. The two of you are an on-site team when it comes to the sensual exploration of the shadow. Giving pleasure was Lucinda Lust's greatest aim, and her sensual voice as an audiobook narrator chilled fans around the world. She, of course, has some, special stories she saved only for you. Luke returns from abroad to meet you from time to time, bringing you stories of valor and exotic toasted treats from lands far away. There are always bite marks in the pastries, which he assures you are only for your protection. You can't think of anything more endearing from your big, bad soldier. Every now and again, Lux ats you at a post. That's it. And no matter how many times you try to block the email address, no inbox check is complete without an invite to Verified Social. You have, after a distinguished career translating for all walks and varieties of life, Lyric realized that his services were but a stopgap. So he turned his immense talents to invention and built the Transworder. A fantastical combination of the printing press, the assembly line, and a bit of steampunk magic, the Transworder takes any book, in any language, and translates it, with all the intention of the original author to the language of the user's choice. He has just completed the translation of the Bhagavad Gita, which apparently is quite a bit funnier than anyone had yet deduced. He loves to show off to you, bringing his latest translation to your house. His favorite thing is asking you to read them aloud and devolving with you into goofy laughter at your pronunciations. Feeling silly has never felt so lovely. As one of Moneycoin's top-performing senior blockchain project acquisition analysts, Mac was rewarded handsomely with a 2.5% cost of living raise and a framed certificate proclaiming them January's Analyst of the Month. Mostly they worry that they're going to be replaced by a computer, which is an extremely ironic twist that you find very humorous. Although at night, when you're in your bed, you find the irony disquieting. When you feel the disquietude, though, you simply roll over to Mac and they stroke your hair. All better. After her last whirlwind tour, Maggie sent you her signed manuscripts, care of an address postmarked Turkleman City, Florida. Her latest novel centers around what she called a tortuous and punishing but ultimately yummy love story. She claims if you read it all the way through, you'll be the real protagonist. Together with his inanimals, Mateo now runs an international secret rescue network for abused animals all over the world. So far, he has shut down 4 dogfighting syndicates, a sales ring for exotic parrots, and a chain of backwater circus houses. Davy still wanders off from time to time, but he always comes home with several new members to add to the pack. Recently, Mateo had to go on a rescue mission overseas, and bringing his inanimals was impossible. You thought he'd called to commiserate, but he was actually asking you to watch over them while he was gone. You have never felt more trusted or more loved. Mikey and his children spend their days together learning, laughing, and loving each other's company. The world is open and free for their futures. You and Mikey always find time to talk on the phone and wonder what will happen next for the Transaction family. While it never replaced fiat currency, Monique's Pizzas ended up becoming a franchise that was sorely needed for America's ailing middle class. And whenever she sees you come in, she flashes you $1 million smile and lets you know that there are no discounts, even for lovers. A large film distributor buys the rights to Nightmare's most popular films, setting about remaking them with massive budgets. Nightmare is so disgusted by the whole thing, she quits film, only coming out of retirement to help you decorate your yard for Halloween once a year. She volunteers at the senior center now. Many of them mistake her for an angel of death, but they love her all the same. Nightmare still drops by many nights, never failing to startle you as she materializes suddenly from the dark. But your sleep in her embrace is nothing but peaceful. After many record-breaking years of album releases and performances, Miranda Dulcita Tostadora launched her own label, Crispy Baby Records. She still sends you an advance copy of any album her label releases. She values your feedback above all others. The only problem is now everyone is aware of your love life. All her songs are about you. Parker's days of being an umpire add a powerful nobility to the profession. His steadfast regard for rules makes the players respect him, though his unpredictability makes them fear him. He's never been happier than when making a difficult call. Penelope convinced her boss to invest in a struggling office supply retailer, insisting that computers will someday let us down or perhaps kill us all. The company has not gone under, yet. Phoenicia's murals of positivity have adorned the sides of skyscrapers from Dublin to Dubai, bringing smiles to people all over. Her next project is to be even more fantastic and visible. Crop circles. She always wants to paint you to prove her love, but you always reply that love is best expressed by doing your favorite activity. Simply talking with each other. Prissy still works for the great nation's park service, but she has been promoted. Several times, in fact. She is now in charge of all the fieldwork for the MRC, the Mycelial Research Campaign. Prissy studies mushrooms and has found them to be an endlessly fascinating and intricate celebration of life, death, and evolution itself. On one of her recent visits, you were able to open Prissy's eyes to the psychedelic aspects of her beloved mushrooms. She now comes over often to continue her education with you. Rainey's run of talc was so successful that it got picked up for a sold-out stint on Broadway. Rainey left acting soon after the run, insisting that she'd rather go out on top and that she could never play another role with the same commitment and authenticity. Rainey's plays keep her busy, but she always finds time for you. She comes to see you as often as she can, bringing with her stories about show business and life on the road. She sings for you when she's in the mood, putting on fabulous world-class and personal performances. Graduates of Rebel's unincorporated charity home found their GPAs stunningly high, athletics through the roof, and more importantly, lots and lots of dates. The number of hate crimes around the world has gone down tremendously due to Reggie's tenacious tricksters. Groups are terrified of banana peels, hand buzzers, and whoopee cushions. River creates a candle she claims is your own unique mix of scents, and it proves to be quite popular. She sends you one of your own. It smells amazing, but does it smell like you? Who knows? River tries not to bring work home with her when she comes to see you, but she can't help herself. She loves testing scents against your skin and getting your thoughts on various scent combinations. She insists that your skin chemistry is just far superior to that of anyone else she works with. Rongo Maifenwa quickly worked her way up to management at the dairy farm. The freedom to give orders once more pleases her greatly, though she never misses a chance to play in the mud with the kids, both goat and human. Rongo Maifenwa stops by frequently with deliveries of ice cream and cheese, ready with some messy activity for the two of you. Most recently, she's got into making plaster molds of her own body, still fascinated by humanity's fragility and diversity. Skips gives you comps to every performance of every show. Some nights, as the lights go down and the play is about to start, you swear you can hear him whisper, "Luna Night, is that you?" The stage door, after the curtain comes down, is awash in fans waiting for the actors to emerge. You wait alone for the one slippery shadow who drifts through the crowd. To your eyes, the real star of any show. And he drifts right towards you. Every time. Shelley finds a way to combine both her passions, putting on the library's first bodybuilding competition. The winner receives a $20 gift card to Beanbucks and all their library fines wiped out. The competition is a rousing success, going viral on social media and ensuring the library's funding remains secure for years to come. Of all the things Shelley lifts to stay in shape, you remain her favorite. She stops by the house frequently for bone-crushing hugs, basking in the positive glow your love provides. She's still getting used to letting go, even as a human, but you always make her feel safe. Martin lives a quiet life in Turkleman City, and only occasionally allows himself a strong Shirley Temple, after making love to his scaldingly hot wife. Despite having disappeared off the grid after the thrilling and dangerous heist, you are still pleasantly surprised to receive anonymous postcards affectionately addressed to "My worthless little wretch." You're the only one who gets the address to whatever bunker she currently resides in. Stefan and Mr. Cluckles eventually become the faces of a successful artisan seaweed brand, though Stefan is rather miffed when he realizes that customers are more attached to Mr. Cluckles than to him. Stefan, of course, had no real reason to feel miffed. Mr. Cluckles is cute, but Stefan will always be the true hottie to you. He has burners, for God's sake. Stepford frequently sends you motivational Monday texts, often at ungodly hours, with photos of himself working out, body paint and all. Telly is the most prolific blogger for Valdiviflix, having written reviews of just over 15,000 shows. All of them rhyme. From time to time, you check in on him in his screening room and talk long into the night about what he's watched. In all the years since Teddy has taken up residence at the Bean, the only thing that has changed in his life has been a very slight relocation of seats due to drafts. At this point, it should go without saying, you have always been and will always be Teddy's favorite, and he will love to let you know it for the rest of his days. In addition to keeping busy with her localization work, Textbox-chan joins the board that governs the adoption of emojis for text messaging, the UI Code Consortium. Most recently, a pair of glasses suspiciously similar to the Dateviators have been added to your phone's keyboard. You can't help but smile fondly when you see them. Timothy's work at the train station nets him international acclaim, and when he travels to Japan to connect with his colleagues overseas, his presence causes quite a stir. Timothy is honored with a limited edition Tokyo Metro card that sells out immediately, and 1 year later, Timothy merchandise is available in most Tokyo Metro stations. Timothy returns from his trip to Japan with kawaii souvenirs and many, many stories about the perfection of Japan's timely train system. But as much fun as it was, Timothy can never be too far from you for too long. Fix-It Tone is so popular that Tony merchandise is now widely available in all retail and grocery stores. You can't go anywhere without seeing Tony's face smiling at you and reminding you that whenever you start to overthink matters of the heart, hey, forget about it. Tony finds refuge in your arms when he comes to visit. It's so exhausting being a love expert and being expected to have all the answers, which he does, obviously, but he appreciates that you just let him be himself. Her performance at the dinner show got the attention of a recruiter, one who worked with an anti-whaling organization. Though she feared water, Titus decided there was no greater cause than to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. After a few months at sea, keeping the whales safe from the scourges of the ocean, she found her own ship attacked and wrecked, with 25 other crewmates adrift in a life raft. Her impressive resolve kept her crew alive, and most importantly, never once did they get wet nor soggy. Her resting hero face kept the waves frightened and at bay. Tyrell has since sold his business to his employees, but he can't stop himself from coming into work, if only to check in on his towel buddies. He started folding them in your image to show his affection for you. He just can't quite get the nose right. Von Trapp's business booms, then fades as he completely exterminates all the vermin in the city limits. He drives his panel truck around hoping to bring up business, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to work. He comes over occasionally to make sure there's no vermin incursion happening in your crawl space. But the last time he showed up, you surprised him with the world's biggest cheese plate. He'd deny it, but he teared up, and the two of you had a romantic, slightly smelly picnic. Wall, wall, wall. Wall, wall, wall. Wall, 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 wall. Wall, 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 wall. Wall, 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 wall. Willie is so successful as a consultant that she expands her business, hiring several of your former co-workers to continue the extensive cleanup required after the industry-wide haste to adopt AI. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that Willie is now turning the tables on both of your behalf. Maybe there is some justice in this world after all. Willie invites you on the vacation of a lifetime, all expenses paid, care of Valdivian. There's something healing about being on a romantic getaway and knowing the massive bill will be sent to the soulless corporation that fired both of you. Winifred is in the process of expanding the Hot and Heady franchise to a second location. She is looking for partners to invest, hopefully a throuple. Gwendolyn found that she was so good at discovering gossip that was true, she caught the attention of an intelligence service that shall not be named. She kept her TV show, But she also uncovered covert secrets. She's in talks for the rights to the movie dramatization of her life, though she's holding out for a better price for her bird friends. Zoe continues to love her life and her job as a paranormal facilitator. She's had a couple of close calls, but the majority of her ghostly clients are nervous, if ultimately grateful. Zoe is always happy to see you. Your house is, after all, the best place for miles to hold a successful séance. You do sometimes wish your house wasn't quite so haunted, but seeing Zoe makes it worth the bumps in the night. Skylar gets to work immediately on creating a new version of the Dateviators, one that everyone can use. The world seems to be full of these days of happy, realized people doing wild, magical things. Skylar visits you often for inspiration. She stares into your eyes deeply, gratified, saying that yours were the ones that made all of this possible. Your eyes. Kind, friendly, loving. Sometimes even a little hateful. But ultimately the ones who listened the most, who trusted the most, who felt the most, and who defeated David the most. Your eyes. Those beautiful eyes. The eyes of a true hero. Through your power, we can see that there was love always around us.
It's a crazy, crazy game. And when you're feeling all alone, doesn't know one on the phone, wonder what to do, but you haven't got a clue. There's a world of love right next to you. No matter how you play, it will lead to a brand new day. You're gonna get swept away. Everything leads to love. Everything leads to love. But no matter how you play, you're gonna get swept away. Welcome to a brand new day. Everything leads to love. Make your dreams come true. It's up to you. Everything leads to love. Oh, yes it does. No matter what you do, everything leads to love.
Alright, so thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. This game has been fun, but time for the putting in the vault. I mean, if anyone's really interested, let me know in the comments. I may do an all love ending run, or an all hate ending run, or an all friendship ending run. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But if not, I'll just do trophy hunting off stream. But anyway, later today I'll still be playing more of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, so look forward to that. Anyway, that's Mistydolphin signing for now. Thank you. Good night.